Okay, when we talk about word problems in slope-intercept form, we want to think about what did the M and the B mean in relation to word problems. Okay, M is for slope normally, but the problem's not going to tell you what the slope is. The word you want to look for, or the clues, are what the amount is changing by. Okay, so for slope we want to think about change. Okay, for our y-intercept, it's not going to tell you y-intercept. It's going to talk about where you start. Like what your starting value is. It might say initial amount. It might say where you begin. Okay, those are all clues as to what you how you might use these numbers. Okay, the first one says Evan is going to the county fair this weekend. The admission to the fair is $5 and the cost per ride is 50 cents. If his parents gave him $20, write and solve a linear equation to find out how many rides he can go on. So if I want to write the equation, the $5, that's what he's paying to get in, no matter how many rides he goes on. So this is his beginning pay, okay, what he pays to enter. The cost per ride is 50 cents, is telling you how much the money's changing every time he goes on the ride. So 50 cents per ride. So when I write my equation, it's going to be 50 cents is going to be 0.50 or 0.5. And then I'm going to call that X plus the $5 I paid to get in. Okay, so this is my equation. Now, if I wanted to solve it, it's saying he has $20. How much can he, or how many rides can he go on? So I put the $20 in for the cost. I would subtract 5 on both sides. I get 15 equals 0.50x, and then divide both sides by 0.5, and I get 30 is equal to x. So he can go on 30 rides. Okay, number 2. While visiting Crimson Lake, Sally decides to go kayaking. The rangers charge $8.50 per hour in addition to a $25 deposit. So a deposit is what you pay to start. Okay, the $8.50 is per hour. That's how much we're changing. So that's the M, and this is the B. She rented the kayak from 11:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Write and solve a linear equation to find out the total cost to rent the kayak. So first we're going to write our equation. We're going to say y equals the amount it's changing is $8.50 per hour plus her beginning cost, which was $25. That's my equation. Okay. She rented the kayak from 11:30 to 2:30. Write and solve a linear equation to find the total cost. So, how much time did she rent? From 11:30 to 2:30. If I counted 11:30 to 12:30 is 1, to 1:30 is 2, to 2:30 is 3. So she rented it for 3 hours. So I would plug in a 3 for my x because that was the time. And then I would go ahead and multiply. So when I multiply 3 times 850, that's going to give me 2550 plus the 25 is going to be $50.50. Alex bought a new truck for $42,935. According to the dealer, the truck will depreciate approximately $4,200 per year. Write and solve a linear equation to find out how many years until the truck is worth $5,135. So when he bought this truck, that was the original cost. That's where he started. That's my B. Depreciate means it's going down. So it's going down $4,200 per year. When something is going down or decreasing, we have to make it negative. So it's a negative 420 per year. And then he started with 42,935. So this is our equation. Write and solve a linear equation for how many years until the truck is worth 5,135. So in this problem, the amount it's worth is our y value. So if we want to solve it, we're going to set it up like this. Okay, so in order to solve, we're going to subtract the 42,935 from each side. And I'm going to need to grab a calculator for that. So we're going to go 42,935. We're subtracting it from 5,135. And then our last step is going to be to divide by negative 4,200. So we're going to have to do that in our calculators. 37,800, and it's negative, divided by 4,200. So 9. So this is going to be 9 years. Okay. Next, if you buy a car wash at the gas station for $6, the cost per gallon is $2.35. If you have $40, write and solve a linear equation to find the number of gallons of gas you can afford. So the amount that's changing is the $2.35, so that's the M. The amount we're starting with is the $6. So y equals 2.35x plus the $6. And you can write 6.00, or you could just write 6. That's my equation. Okay, so next I have $40. And I'm going to solve. I'm going to subtract the 6 from both sides, and then I'm going to have to divide by $2.35. So, 14.46 if I round, or 47 if I round, would be my cost. Or would be the amount of gallons, sorry.